Hi everyone, my name is Ursa. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about whether a trading bot is something you might want to look into as a part of your cryptocurrency strategy. So I had CryptoHopper reach out to me and check out their platform. They gave me a trial on their premium service, so I thought I'd give it a shot and see what CryptoHopper has to offer, along with just cryptocurrency bot trading in general. I wanted to have an open mind going into this because I know that cryptocurrency trading bots have a bit of like an iffy reputation. Some people had really good luck with them, some people may have not had so great of luck with them. And not to mention that there's been scams out there claiming to be trading bots when they really weren't. But after doing research, it seems like CryptoHopper is an actual cryptocurrency trading bot. So I thought I'd actually give it a solid shot and give my honest opinion about it. So my first initial impression was setting it up. If you were to actually come over to CryptoHopper, the first thing you're prompted with is either setting up a 30-day trial, or there are 3 payment plans you can choose from. They each have different varying specs in terms of which plan would work for you. Now, this isn't a sponsored video, but I'm just going to break it down a little bit as well, just in case this is something you are interested in looking at. So the first one is $19 a month, $49 a month, and then $99 per month. But I want to show you the results I actually got from doing this. So we're going to just come over to the dashboard, where it's going to show me all my results. So you kind of just ignore this amount right here, the minus 52.23. I didn't actually lose that much money in the cryptocurrency trading bot. That was me moving around funds, so don't worry about that. That wasn't actually CryptoHopper itself. But the amount it says right here, the 12.75, I also wouldn't consider to be the most accurate either, and I'm going to kind of go into why that is in a little bit. So you can use the trading bot that they provide you, and you can set it up going through a bunch of different things. You can adjust the bot to work in the way you would like it to. I'm not going to really go in depth about it, but I'll kind of show you what it would look like if you were to do that. So you go to the configuration, you'd set up all your exchanges, which ones they support, your API keys, which are essential for making this work, as CryptoHopper needs your API keys to actually make the trades, basically just having permission to do so. You'll select your base currency. Most people are going to probably use Bitcoin or maybe Tether, depending on what kind of strategy you have. For me specifically, I ended up doing a thing called Signals. I'll go into that in just a minute, but they have different strategies you can actually choose from right here, and you can select which one is going to be working for you. And again, they have all these different things you can adjust right here. I'm not going to go into it because this isn't an actual how to set it up and get going video. It's actually just kind of my overall honest opinion about trading bots in general. For being a bot itself, I think this is really nice to see, having all these different options you can adjust for the bot to work in your favor. It seems really user friendly. Most of these are just something you can toggle like that, or just type in a number right here, and they usually give you a suggested number. So it's saying in this case they were by default it's like 0.5, so they kind of give you a baseline of what they would recommend in general. So if in case you're not familiar with trading that much, they overall just help you along doing so. Otherwise, if you're just completely clueless about this, they do also have video tutorials as well that I was following, which were semi helpful. I usually ended up going to a different YouTube video to actually go more in depth about these topics, but for the most part, these are pretty self-explanatory. And last case scenario, you could just hover your mouse over the question mark and it will tell you what exactly it means. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but that's basically all you have to do is set it up yourself. But the thing was, because I don't know that much about trading, I'm just getting into trading, so I decided that instead of learning the actual software within a 30-day period, because it would take a little bit of time to actually just adjust all these things to see which settings work the best. And not to mention, all the settings kind of need to be changed based off what type of market we were in. We've been in a bear market for quite some time, but just today we were seeing that prices have been going up. So at this very time, everything is in the green for the most part. So the strategy that you would have today might be different from what we had yesterday or the day before if it was in red. And that was something I found throughout my entire experience using CryptoHopper. A lot of the times my success was based off how the market was doing in general. For me, because I didn't have that much experience and I don't have that much time to actually play with all these settings, I went through a different strategy, which is using Signals. Basically what Signals are is it's someone else making the calls of when to buy, when to sell, and they do all the work for you. You just sit back and relax, which if you're trying to make this more passive, this is probably the way to go, since you're pretty much putting in no effort at all. So in theory, this seems like a really nice option if you're just trying to make some quick trades here and there on the side. And for what I found is in some cases that did work out, but for at least the signals that I were using, it was actually hurting me more than it was doing any good. And I first started with just crypto quality signals. It's free. I was just getting into Crypto Hopper, and I wanted just to start with something. I didn't want to put any money into it just to make sure that the service was legitimate. After I found that the service was legitimate, I did want to just bump up to a paid service just because I wanted the best results possible, and seeing if something like this I would personally continue using. I ended up going through Mining Hamster Signals, and I'll show you kind of the results that I've gotten. So I had two hoppers. So I had a Bittrex and a Binance. So basically you're paying for each hopper based off subscription. So let's say the plans I was talking about earlier, each of those you are paying a separate hopper for, and each hopper is valid for one exchange. So it was nice of them to give me two hoppers, which was a $200 value at their highest subscription, which is the Kangaroo package that you can choose from. And right here, these were the stats. So I'll just kind of break it down with you guys really quickly. I'm just going to kind of skip all this stuff. It's going to be easier just to get to the facts. Let's get to the point. Am I making money using a trading bot? The average profits per coin. So you can choose from a vast amount of coins. It's not just your basic Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and the top 10 coins. They actually make it open to lots of the smaller coins. Reason being is because of the smaller coins being more volatile, you can easily make some quicker profits. For the majority of the coins that the bot actually ended up buying, or should I say, or the signal in this case, it's not actually the built-in trading bot that Crypto Hopper provides you. Going through the signal, I was usually ending up losing money. I'm a little disappointed in Mining Hamster just because, when you're paying for the actual signals themselves, you expect them to be, for about the majority of the time, being profitable. And now I understand that it is a bear market for the most part, as we've been going through. However, because you are still paying for it, I would really expect to have better results. That's just my opinion. I know that some people had just tremendous results with Mining Hamster or any of the other signals when we were in more of a bull market, but everything's a little bit easier, in my opinion, in a bull market to be making quicker gains. Whereas in this case, it's a little bit tougher because the market is very volatile and it's just on the downtrend for the most part. I mean, things are going up right now, so I guess we'll see what ends up happening. And because I've been using this for about a month now, I've found that I can get some pretty solid data on what I think my overall opinion is on the trading bot. At least in more of a red market, I found that it wasn't really profitable, and I'll just break it down as why. So I started with this amount of Bitcoin right here, 0.0221, and at the very end, I was left with 0.0218. So I actually ended up losing Bitcoin, which really is kind of the reason why I got in, was to make Bitcoin, not actually lose it. Now, it only went up in terms of USD value just simply because Bitcoin's value went up as well. It wasn't because I was making money from Crypto Hopper itself. But I'm not going to be bashing on the actual service itself. I honestly, my results are more due to the signals. I didn't really honestly sit down and try to play with all these different settings simply because I wanted to spend more time doing other things other than setting up a hopper. I wanted to have the signals, or in this case, the professionals, take care of it all for me. And from my results, I can't say it was really worth it. So that's just my opinion on Mining Hamster itself, not my opinion on Crypto Hopper. My actual opinion on Crypto Hopper is actually quite the opposite. This service has been extremely easy to use. It's very self-explanatory. It breaks it down and makes it very easy for anyone, whether you're new to trading or you're experienced already in trading. And that's what I like, because the whole point of Crypto Hopper is to make things easy, simple, and fast, and does all the trading for you. So that's my honest opinion on the actual service itself. Now, the main differences in terms of plans were basically, for me, that I find that's going to affect the most people, is the intervals in buying. So basically meaning that the most expensive one, being the Kangaroo Hopper, you can buy within 2 minutes, or the Hare, which is the most popular plan. They have a 5-minute interval of buying, which is 3 minutes slower than the Kangaroo. And then lastly, the cheapest plan is the Bunny plan, which is in 10-minute intervals. Now, for most people, I don't really think you're gonna need the 2-minute intervals unless you're making really quick trades. And in most cases, I never once had to take advantage of the Kangaroo's 2-minute intervals, simply because that my signal itself was only doing trades every like 2 hours. So I could have just stuck with the Bunny plan and used that signal and would have been much better off in terms of how much I would be spending per month. However, if you do have your settings set up that in your Crypto Hopper that they can make the trades that quickly, then maybe using a Kangaroo plan is worth it. But the main thing is that you're going to be spending over $1,000 every single year for the Kangaroo plan alone. And with that said, because you're spending over $1,000 just for the bot itself, you got to be making sure that you're going to be making big trades with a lot of capital. Most of the time that I found that when I was making a positive gain, it was somewhere between 1 to 3% per trade, and that was every 2 to 4 hours. So if you are making enough money per day, maybe it is worth getting the Kangaroo plan. But I really recommend that you're playing with big amount of money for the Kangaroo plan to really make it worth it. But of course, that's also in a bear market where I was making the 1% to 3% gains. It's going to be totally different in a bull market. I would suspect that the percentages are going to be much higher for both the signals and just the Crypto Hopper trading bot in general. But that's from my personal experience. Everyone's going to have a little bit of different results and what coins that the bot ends up trading with and at what specific time, because this market is always changing. So that's pretty much my overall overtake on Crypto Hopper, the trading bot itself, the service, and the signal being mining hamster within it. This isn't a super in-depth review, but I just wanted to give my overall take on it. So do I think it's worth it? My honest opinion is that I would really only get something like Crypto Hopper in a bull market. I've seen plenty of videos of people having great success with Crypto Hopper and the signals in a bull market, but I haven't seen that much success in a bear market from other videos and from my own personal experience. So that's my general take. If we do see Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies starting to go to a bull market, I'd say consider checking out Crypto Hopper. I'll have a free trial in the description for you to check it out for yourself, so you're not going to be losing any upfront money at all. I recommend just playing with a couple dollars and going from there. And what's most important is that you're doing something that works for you in your own strategy. So that pretty much wraps up this video. If you guys liked it, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.